to the powers and principalities of this world, and to all peoples who seek peace. I speak now as Ambassador Josiah Haltom, and this is a decree for open dialogue, a summons to the table of peace in the year 2025. The time for deception is over. The age of contrived conflict, of manufactured fear, of wars and rumors of wars that serve only the architects of division, must now come to a final and decisive end. Ambassadorship and minister credibility is more than a mere legal notice. It is a key, a revelation of a principle long understood but seldom applied. It affirms that there exists an authority that precedes and supersedes the temporal power of the state. Under the laws of the United States, a nation founded on the pursuit of liberty, it is acknowledged that an ordained minister of God is not a creature of the state. Their calling does not require a social security number or a driver's license for its validation. A church, as a body of the faithful, does not require
must it
a
apply
state
to the
charter
IRS,
exist.
the
First
tax
Amendment
exempt
and the
status
rulings of the
that is
Supreme
already
Court
inherent
do not
and
automatically
grant
this
this
freedom. They simply recognize a pre-existing sovereignty. Even canon law itself forbids the clergy from entanglement in the machinery of civil power, for their sacred calling must remain separate from the political machinations of the world. What is this if not a blueprint for a higher order? It is an admission codified in law that true authority flows from a divine source, not a bureaucratic one. It is a recognition that a person's ultimate allegiance may lie with their Creator, and that this allegiance frees them from the idolatrous systems of the world. Now contrast this principle with the state of our world. We see nations built on coercion, demanding ultimate loyalty. We see the people's army where service is compulsory, a system that, by its very nature, forces a choice between the state's demands and the conscience of the individual. We see a world teetering on the brink, caught between the choice presented in the Holy Zohar, the path of selfish, material control that leads to a deadly nuclear bomb, or the path of mutual responsibility, Arvat, that creates an amazing protective force field. The disclosure we demand is this: the systems that perpetuate war are a fraud. They are the synagogue of Satan spoken of in Revelation, an assembly that claims authority but acts as an adversary to peace and truth. They are built on the lie that violence can be justified, a lie that spiritually requires one to bury their head in the dirt, blind to the light of truth. Therefore, let this decree go forth. We use this established principle of spiritual sovereignty as the foundation for our demand. If a church can be free from the entanglements of the state, then humanity can and must be freed from the entanglements of the war machine. If a minister's authority comes from God, then the authority for peace comes from that same source. We call for an open dialogue for a world peace treaty in 2025. It is time to cast the idols of nationalism, political Zionism, and military might into the lake of fire. Let us stop beating plowshares into swords and return to the prophetic vision of Isaiah, where nations shall learn war no more. Let us build a world based on the true law of Arvat, where we are all guarantors for one another, and choose the protective force field of mercy and peace. The pillar of fire is before us. It is a time of revelation. Let it be the light that guides us to peace, not the fire that consumes us all.